Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Underrail Expedition. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we have joined the Protectorate, and we talk to everybody around here. And boy oh boy do I talk to Fraser over here. You approach the man you believe to be Staff Sergeant Fraser. You stand still and salute him, and he returns it. During this brief salute, the two of you get the chance to take a look into each other's eyes. At each other. The first thing you notice is his thin but impressively long nose sitting between his brown eyes. Beneath it, you see jagged lips, because it doesn't have chapstick thing. Or chapstick? Is that the name of it? I think it is. Slowly reshape themselves into a condescending smile, for he too must have noticed something on you that caused that smirk. Oh, the implication here is that apparently his nose is worthy of a smirk, condescending smirk. No, it isn't. Anyway, at ease, Corporal, he says. I'm Staff Sergeant Eric Fraser. I am the quartermaster here at Fort Apogee, so if you need equipment or need to exchange currency, I am the one to come to. Now, Corporal, what will it be? Well, a mercantile check. I can't do that. Why did you join the Protectorate? Corporal, that is a good question. I joined the Underrail Protectorate to become part of the mightiest military machinery this violent world of ours has ever seen. Not head, but recently this game wants to use the word head a lot. And anyway, I was born in the north, the homeland, my homeland, because of the... Is it the implication that it's the homeland of everybody that joins the Protectorate? I think it might be. It's the homeland of the Protectorate, I think, maybe, is another interpretation to that. But if it is, then it's miswritten. It's not how it works. Anyway, and felt great appeal to this idea of unifying the whole Underrail under a single powerful rule. No offense, but the South is not really the most sophisticated That's not how it's written, is it? Is it? It is. I didn't realize that. Anyway, it's not the most sophisticated region of Underrail. We don't have nice coffee, is why that is. Isn't it true? You ought to know it better than me. Bandits, murderers, capital L lunatics, and chortists? What's up with that? As your kind would say, South Underrail seems pretty derailed to me. It needs discipline, whether the simple folk want it or not. Sure. And the coffee that makes it sophisticated. What can you tell me about the free drones? The free drones. I don't see what the big deal is about them. They are but a minor nuisance to us. Protectorate is strong. The Protectorate is strong enough to wipe the ground with those anarchists. Corporal, I have already heard about the rail crossing situation, and I know what you did. I helped them, I think, maybe. Yeah, I did. If one, no offense, I say no offense a lot, I'm very concerned with people taking offense to what I say, one simple southerner can stand in their way, then, well, you understand, don't you? I don't, actually. Did I ask you specifically about what exactly? Free drones. Right. Rail crossing involved the free drones? I thought it didn't. Oh, right, the mix-up. I'm mixing it up. No, the rail crossing situation, as far as I remember anyway, was with the faceless. But it was close to rail crossing that we found the free drones. Where we found the free drones with the train that came from well, actually, that was going to rail crossing. That's true. Yeah, I'm not mistaken on it's the game that is just weird. It's not the rail crossing situation, it's the train situation, and everything else is fine. What can you tell me about Colonel Cathcart? An outstanding man, he says. A truly brilliant commander, and a friend of mine, if I may say so. You've met him yourself, Corporal. I think you should have realized that by now. How can one not? I could go on and on about him, but I'll choose to be concise. Without him, the Underrail Protectorate, this time around it actually works like that, wouldn't have had any presence in the South. I have been here during the crucial moments where subtle moves meant you stay in the game or you get kicked out. He played the moves right. That's all you need to hear from me. Get kicked out by whom? Oh, by the other powers in here. And here the stay in the game is the the Protectorate having a presence here in South Underrail, or in Underrail in the first place, maybe. What about Consul Oliver? The Consul is our compatriot, which in English I was mistaken. Sorry, I'm moving the microphone arm. You might have heard a squeak. Compatriot in English doesn't just mean... actually, I had to look it up. So compatriot in Portuguese means the person from the same country that you are. Because patria means country, sort of. But in English, it doesn't mean that. Or, I mean, it might mean that, but it primarily means companion. And that confused me greatly, and I think it might have confused me greatly in this game. I doubt it, though. I don't think it was in this game. It confused me greatly, I believe, in Dragon Age. When I played Dragon Age, there was one or a couple of occasions where somebody says compatriot. I think it confused me greatly in... It didn't. I say confused me greatly. It confused me because I see that in the game being used as not somebody from the same country as you, but just as a comrade, just as a compatriot. Again, a compatriot, just as a there being used as it is in English, just as a companion, as the word that I wanted to use. But here it is being used in the incorrect way. And I didn't know it was incorrect until recently. So now I correct myself and the game, which is the best kind of correcting. It's when you correct everybody. Just correct everybody. Anyway, a true northerner, educated, capital E. Oh no, right. It's capital E because it comes after a colon. That's not necessarily incorrect, but it is an old school way of phrasing it. And actually, it is incorrect. I looked it up as well, but this was in another occasion. It is, you can, technically, in English anyway, capitalize the first letter of the word after a colon if the sentence, or if what comes after the colon is a complete sentence. For example, the consul is a true compatriot. If there were a colon over there, you could capitalize the T in the. But here, educated, intelligent, honest is not a complete sentence. It's precisely the counterpart to not, or to the example of having a complete sentence after a colon. It's when you have a colon and then you enunciate. Actually, in this case, is it enunciation? You have a list, which is a very common usage for the colon, is when you're going to have a list. And in those particular situations, you don't capitalize. This game does it a lot, though. It capitalizes everything after the colon. It's just... yeah, but it is incorrect in this particular case, and it is mostly incorrect in every other case, because people just don't do that. But old school writing, you can do that. It's fine. A good-natured man, he says. Perhaps even too good-natured sometimes. I wonder what happened between them for him to be going, too good-natured. Nice. Anyway, this is South Underrail after all, and here you have your you have to have your claws sharpened, whether you come as a Protectorate soldier or as a United Stations diplomat. Most Southerners are so unrefined and decadent, with their short skirts and the high heels, or something, I don't know. Diplomacy gets incredibly difficult when you're dealing with people who aren't on the same level as you. Then I can just continually confront him about his problem with the Southerners and just act the fool, really, as a... not really acting the fool, I guess. The thing is, it's pretty obvious that he obviously has a problem with the Southerners. Me questioning about whether he has the problem is not... It's not... What is the word? It's acting as if I wasn't aware that he has a problem. It's just like, obviously he has a problem. Why would you ask if he has a problem? I mean, you would if you're confronting him, but you can say, why do you have a problem with the Southerners? Anyway, Anastasia. I have not met her. Corporal, that woman is a diamond. She is a far greater hero than any one of us here, no matter how surprising that might seem to you. What? Why would that be surprising? Is she like the latrine cleaner, or just somebody that's inconspicuous? Maybe. I mean, a diamond is an interesting gem to compare people to, because it's hard and clear, and anyway. Her train was assaulted by the free drones, those barbarians, and they hurt her, and she was traveling to Fort Apogee to help our soldiers. And her reward for such a big heart, she suffered chemical burns on her body as well as permanent voice damage. Oh, the voice damage lady, yes. From the toxic gas, it was. Hey, and do you know what she did after that, Corporal, do you? She carried on. She knew brave Protectorate soldiers needed her help, and she stayed here all these years, despite being offered to return to the homeland and retire, all on the Protectorate's expense. It takes true bravery and commitment to do that, Corporal. She is a true Northerner and an inspiration to us all. She is the best of you, according to your words. Can you tell me about Kay's? Look, Corporal, if you feel the need to ask me about various people from Fort Apogee, ask about someone important, and someone who's not a ratter. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. What is a ratter?
This is the definition of ratter. A dog or other animal that is used for hunting rats.
I don't think you heard that because I didn't put the microphone right next to. I shouldn't have said okay on the microphone either. But it's somebody who hunts rats. Not a rat. A ratter. And he's the cook, if I remember correctly. Case. Especially not someone who's named Justin Case. Oh, wait. Is he? His name is Justin Case. Which is just, it's beautiful. Isn't he the cook? I think he is. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'm not gonna shut up. I never shut up. I ramble and complain about all the things. But that's him. That is him, right? Oh, is that Kale? No, that's Cook. No, Kay's. Yeah, okay, so he's not the cook. But he's close enough to the cook that he probably smells like a cook. So I have no idea why he would hunt rats. Because that sentence would make more sense. Maybe a little bit more sense if it was a rat. But then even then, why would he be a rat? I mean, he has friends with the... Like, he's the opposite of a rat. He has friends with the faceless and doesn't rat them out. You know what I mean? What about the faceless? Not faceless, I say the faceless, but he has friends with the free drones. Fraser says, they are not to be toyed with, Corporal. And we all understand that. They never made any hostile moves against us. At least not directly. But Fort Zenith in Core City is under Protectorate control, and if the Faceless make the wrong move, they might just take the bitter end of it. We are ready for everything, as always. The South is really a freak show, isn't it? But you know this very well already, so that comment was redundant, I suppose. There shouldn't be a comb over there, because it is... There shouldn't be a comb over there. Anyway, so we can't go back there. Let's go... talk to everybody else, really. I want to talk to the heroest of heroes. I wonder where this heroest of heroes resides. I cannot go back there. Oh, I didn't even notice that I was opening that door. Anastasia certainly isn't here, unless it's like this one. No. So let's go back in here. Because, you know, I might as well. We have free reign over the facility. Oh, crap, I say back in here. Look at this thing. That's some workout. Let's actually slow down so things look a little bit better. It still is pretty repetitive, but it's fine. Looks a little bit better. Hello. I'm just walking around, you know, as you do. We have a barrel over here with an old... I have all the old metal. Oh, the compass, though. Is the compass worth it? No, it is not. We have snipers. We have snipers. Snipers moving around. We have the drill instructor. And the dreadnought pilot. Let's have a chat with the dreadnought pilot. Look at those pathetic recruits, eh? And the drill instructor, who I'm sure is the sweetest person. And definitely is. Recruit? The hell are you doing? The ragdoll dance? The hell is wrong with your limbs? That's how they talk for sure. Speed things along a little bit because it's a pretty big level in here. Oh, I can't go in there? Oh, I don't mind. No, oh no, slow things down. Get a save in there because I'm going in there, whether you like it or not. Well, we'll see. So, there is a somebody that goes. What? This lock cannot be disabled in this way because it's not a mechanical lock. Oh, I'm so very sorry. It's a hacking. It's what? My bad. My bad. Okay. I didn't realize I could press plus and minus when I have that button on. There's no reason why I wouldn't. Okay. So this doesn't mean that I'm safe to go in there, mind you, because everything is gonna be red, and the very act of being in here might make them very upset. But we're gonna look at it. What is that? A shotgun frame for the despot. And a rebel, which is, I believe, just a normal thing. Some ammo. They saw me. Well, that's why we, where's the, there it is. That's why we save. Yeah, being in here apparently is not a problem. But opening that, or trying to, is... That doesn't make much sense, honestly. But it's good enough. And I also don't know how they saw me, but they did. We have ourselves a galvanic riot armor with steel shield. That actually comes with a shield. It's kind of cool. Okay. That's a lockpicking challenge. Oh. Well, everybody and their cousin comes in. Well, I don't really need to open that. If it's just going to be armor and equipment, it's fine. Oh, shut up. Shut up already. Yes. Ooh, that's why I'm here. The tourist guide and the lockpicks, to be fair. Okay, it's good enough. We're definitely getting in there. So all I need to do is I need to wait for that guy to go by. And then I need to take these two. Check that. We got some interesting things, but we don't need them, and we're good to go. Another way of doing that might have been to block. Potentially block. I'm not sure if I could have blocked anything over here with my spells and stuff, because they don't last too long. And we found Anastasia, medical technician, not a nurse. Wait, what? We've had a lot of patients recently. Corporal, if you ever get your bowels spilled out, know that Fort Apogee has the best medical staff. So, he's a nurse. Like, unequivocally a nurse. In the sense that the game tells me he's a nurse. So, it is impossible for him not to be a nurse. Because the game knows... Why am I doing this? I just wanted to save. Because the name goes everything. Why is he saying he's a medical technician? Because a medical technician, as far as I know... is somebody who works on the machines and the stuff that is required for medicine and stuff. I believe. Might be wrong on that. Let me know in the comments if you're a nurse or if you're a doctor for working at, or if you're a medical technician or working in a hospital and know this sort of stuff much better than I do. What the heck is wrong with that guy? Basically, is my question. Anastasia, though, we know what's wrong with her. She is not recognized properly for her sacrifices to the cause. What causes that? Pure tyranny, complete tyranny. But tyranny? Not tyranny. Tyranny. That's the cause of the protectorate. But we'll see. This petite middle-aged woman you see before you seems to be studying some medical charts, not technician charts. Since she has the face of we've met that face before. There's only so many faces, but I remember somebody with her face before. Anyway, since your eyes were immediately drawn to the charts she was holding, you are quick to notice that on one of her hands is badly scarred. The horribly warped skin of her left hand diffusing from a few spots and contrasting with. You cannot. This is a transitive verb. It needs to be. Or rather, it's not a transitive verb at all. It does contrast, but there's a name for it. There's a name for this thing. It needs to contrast with something. It just doesn't contrast by itself. So it contrasts with her otherwise clear skin, seems to have been caused by the healing of a deep burn. It's the scars. Yes, that is how that the scars are caused by healing. That is true. I like that idea. That because you think that the scars are caused by wounds, and they are, in a sense. But anyway, she is aware you are looking, but does nothing to conceal the object of your interest. Instead, she lowers the charts and begins stalking. However, her voice offers yet another surprise. It is a product of two clearly separate, violently dissonant voices clashing against each other before merging into one jarring sound. I get the impression that you wouldn't have this description if she wasn't, well, if for one she wasn't introduced to us already, but also if she didn't have these scars, because there's people who have voices that are very interesting, and they have, voices that are sort of like stereoscopic is not the word, it's not the term, but they're multifaceted. They're more harmonic necessarily than melodic, and the difference here being that harmony implies two different tones at the same time. They are in harmony. They might not be harmonious, but they are in harmony. And then melody implies a sequence of tones, whereas every voice is melodic in the sense that we have multiple tones. We just look at me, go up and then go down and talk and whatever. It's a melody. But there's also harmonics to our voices, so we're like, it's not just a single note. There's other things that go on in our voice, and some people have that very it's very jarring. So yeah, Corporal, nice to meet you. KHM. Carrie, was it? Carrie, it was, yes. And you are? My name is Anastasia. KHM. Anastasia Merrick. This is the KHM. Sorry, this is the infirmary. I've commented about this KHM before. I know it's supposed to be like a hum. It has to be like this is the it's got to be it's the schwa, I believe, is the name of the sound that the sound is a schwa. But KHM is just that is just foreign to me. It's foreign. It's literally what it is. Anyway, KHM, he says, sorry, this is the infirmary, as you can tell, and I'm the KHM chief physician here. And I have a bunch of questions that I can answer. She says. She doesn't say that, but I will ask all the questions. Excuse me for asking, but tell me what happened to your hand and your voice. She waits for several seconds, slowly swallowing during her silence. After this brief pause, she replies, KHM. It is okay to ask. You see, Corporal, I was a victim of a KHM chemical attack. Several years ago, I was traveling to Fort Apogee on a civilian train, KHM, from North Underrail. Back then, there was no KHM need for every train to have troopers aboard KHM, since the section of the railway was considered safe. Yet just before reaching South Underrail KHM, the train was ambushed near a small station. It was my first trip to KHM South Underrail. The attackers used chemical weapons, KHM. Launchers, grenades, KHM. Some of the corrosive substance, KHM, burned clean through this hand here, KHM. Burned my left leg. But the gas, KHM, the gas hurt my throat, KHM. I could feel it burning, KHM, reforming my throat with every inhalation. Deforming with every inhalation. The damage to my vocal folds is irreversible. I managed to protect my eyes somehow, which is very KHM. Very fortunate. A blind doctor is KHM. You understand. I don't. I don't understand. I've talked about it. That is horrible. Who would do something as horrible as that? I'm gonna ask. And she says, we were told KHM. The free drones did it. Southerners, apparently to deter Protectorate from KHM moving into South Underrail. I have no reason to KHM doubt they were behind it, KHM. Corporal, I'm gonna stop with the KHM. I'm gonna drive you, amazing viewer, insane with that, because I'm already insane. Anyway, she says, Corporals, bandits would have robbed... Oh no, she's addressing me. I'm the corporal. Bandits would have robbed us. Slavers would have kidnapped us. Drones, they cause pain and death, then run away. That's all they ever do. I remember hearing hearing the anti-protectorate chants. They laughed at the people dying, and the free drones haven't changed to this day, from what I hear. Barbarian, she says. How dare they do things like that? Why did you decide to join the Protectorate? I wanted to help people. That's it. The South Underrail is a much more dangerous place than the North Underrail. Even despite my problems, I'm able to do it. And won't stop while my help is needed here. Okay, what about all the people here? Oliver. He's a well-educated man, dedicated to his work, capable, comes from a wealthy family, but he sometimes seems a bit detached from what is really happening around him. Sitting in the office isolated affects the perception sometimes, and I didn't understand it well myself. When I came here from North Underrail, I imagined the South differently, much more different. I failed to realize how bad it is here until I saw it myself. I experienced it for myself. And what I am saying is the consul is a competent man. Maybe I'm just a... Anyway, forget I said anything. I can't, Anastasia. I can't forget anything. It's the KHM. It comes for me everywhere. Her dialogue is very hard to read. Anyway, that's going to be that for this episode because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Underrail Expedition KHM. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye.